I get asked this question a lot. When should I upgrade to a new iPhone? Well, there are two simple answers to that question. When you need to and when you want to. But sometimes the line between those two things gets a little blurred. But you know me, I don't like to live in the gray area too much, so let's just keep it simple. It's all a matter of balance. Hi, my name is Rich and I make easy to follow videos on how to use your iPhone and iPad, without going nuts. If you think videos like that might be helpful to you, then please consider subscribing. We're growing and I'm grateful to all of you who support this channel. Okay, today's video is all about figuring out when you should upgrade to a new iPhone. And I don't think the decision has to be all that hard. Every year Apple releases a new slate of iPhones and the whole world goes crazy buying them the minute they're available. I love iPhones, but prior to becoming a YouTuber, I didn't take that bait every year. And now I see all my younger relatives and friends snatching up the new iPhones left and right. But do we really need to be doing that? Again, for me, there's only two main reasons to upgrade: when you need to and when you want to. All right, let's get started. To me, needing to upgrade to a new iPhone occurs for only two main reasons as well. First is that your iPhone is damaged and doesn't perform properly. Maybe the screen is cracked or the charging port is not working as it should. Or more likely as not, maybe the battery just doesn't hold charge like it used to. And by the way, you can check your battery level anytime you want. If you just go into Settings and go to Battery and then look on Battery Health right here, tap on that and you'll see battery health is normal. Capacity is still at 100% on this phone because, it's a new iPhone. And it'll give you the cycle count and information about your battery. And that may be a reason you need to upgrade to a new iPhone, or some other hardware issue that prevents the phone from working as it should. I think these kind of reasons fall into the I need to upgrade category. But even in these cases, you might be able to get a repair done for substantially less than the cost of a new iPhone. But there's no question taking that route is a hassle. And this is where things get a little blurry, and that's what I mean when I talk about balance. Here you have the cost of a new iPhone on one side of the scale and the hassle and cost of repair on the other side. Not to mention that you still have an older iPhone even after a repair. So there's just some things you have to balance out. The second reason is that there's a hardware or software feature that's only available on a new iPhone that you absolutely need. Now, one example of this might be the need for a better camera. I use this example cautiously because in the past I probably never would have included such a thing, mainly because most of the iPhones I've owned, the cameras were pretty good. But I have a grandson now, and having high quality photos and videos moved from the nice to have column to the I need column. He's growing quickly and I want to capture these moments before they're gone. And I want to do it in the best possible way I can afford. I'm sure you get the idea, but I get if this is a little bit of a blurry area for some of you. Artificial intelligence may be another big reason. There is so much talk around this. Again, I'm a little leery about adding this in, but according to Apple, when AI functionality is released in the near future, it'll be limited to the iPhone 15 Pro models and newer iPhones that follow. I'm guessing that all the AI features will be available on all iPhones, regardless if they're a Pro iPhone or not. But, that requires buying a new phone. And lest you think AI is going to be used to just answer, difficult questions about the universe and of no value to you, think twice. My bet is that AI will come in the form of a much more practical and usable version of Siri. Specifically for me, I'm hoping the new AI features will allow me to better manage my medications. Fortunately, I don't take many meds, but I do need my wife to remind me to take them every now and then. So that's just a long way to say it may be time to upgrade to a new iPhone if your current iPhone is broken and falling apart, or if it's so old there are new software features that'll not run on your old iPhone. If it's not broken and it works fine and suits you just as it is, then save yourself time and money and hang on to it until you decide it's time for a change. Okay, moving on to upgrading when you want to. That seems simple enough. You have the wherewithal to upgrade and you want to upgrade whether you need to or not, so, go ahead and upgrade. But for those of you who fall into this category, I'll share with you my experience. In the past, I never automatically upgraded annually to a new iPhone. But since I've been making these videos, I've been buying a new batch of iPhones every year. And I'll do the same thing this year, it just goes with the territory. But the one big thing I've noticed is that year over year, the actual practical changes really seem to be small. Sure, the cameras are better, but only a little better than last year. And the screens are brighter, but not enough to notice from last year's model unless you lay them side by side and take a look. And by the way, all the new iPhone software runs perfectly fine on last year's model. So is the newest iPhone better? Yes, it is, but that's not the question. The question is, should you upgrade? And I know this is not a popular position to take, but my sense is that it's almost never worth it to upgrade to a new iPhone if you're coming from an iPhone that's only a year or two old. At least it hasn't been for the last 3 or 4 years. I guess we'll see where AI takes us. I don't know about you, but every time some fancy new feature gets plastered all over TV, when I actually use that feature, it's a bit of a letdown. And man, right now you'd think the whole world is about to be taken over by artificial intelligence. Anyway, for those of you who just like to upgrade each year, more power to you. But if that's been your pattern in the past and then you find yourself a little let down by the newest iPhone, why not wait for people like me to spend a fortune on iPhones and then make review videos so that you can make an informed buying decision? Seems like a pretty solid thing to do. Well, new iPhones are just around the corner, and only you know whether you need a new one or just want a new one. Either way, I hope this video helps you make a practical buying decision. Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.